Going to be cutting this hedge today, and I've got the board on the ladder. I need it because this hedge is a little thin, there's not a lot to it, and so with the little board across the top, it just spreads my weight so that it's not, if I was not to have the board on, I'd be going sort of sinking in it all the time. So with the board on, it just stops me from sinking in too much. This little end bit here is going to be a little tricky because it is quite thin down this end, but as we go that way I'm hoping it thickens up a little bit. I did cut it last year and I don't remember having too many problems, so hopefully this year shouldn't be too much. It's not that wide and I think I can quite easily get around the other side if I needed to. So yeah, we're all getting it set up. So I'll get set up and get cracking.
As you can see, everything I'm cutting is just flying straight into the tennis court. I had actually put this hedge off for 3 or 4 weeks before because the wind always seems to be blowing straight in towards the tennis court, and I was really hoping not to fill it up with rubbish because I just knew how much tidying up would be needed afterwards. But unfortunately I couldn't leave the hedge any longer and had to do it today, and everything's just blowing in. This was my first attempt of attaching the GoPro to the hedge cutter. I got some attachments for it for my birthday from my sister. Thanks very much, Kelly. I got some lots of different bag full of attachments. So this was my first attempt of filming something with the GoPro attached to the hedge cutter. I didn't take too much footage of it at the time because I thought the vibration was going to be too much. It looked like it was bouncing around quite a lot all over the place, but in fact it doesn't look too bad. I will continue to play with it, different angles, that sort of thing, but you will be seeing more footage of this sort of thing in the future. I was always a little worried that the camera would fall off and disappear through a hedge somewhere, so I was quite pleased the camera was not lost and all stayed in one place.
Getting on okay. It's making a heck of a mess. This time last year this tennis court wasn't here. It was sort of all derelict, this whole area, so I can't remember what the clearing up was like. Unfortunately the wind's coming towards us, so it's everything that's all the rubbish I'm making is blowing straight towards us, and this sort of beech hedge is wanting to drop the leaves now. It's got to that time of year where it's going to sort of drop all the leaves and they're all the new foliage will come on. As you can see, going to have to give myself a bit of time to try and clear this up a bit because yeah, it's made quite a bit of mess. So I'll continue along. Got to like the highest part of it now, so it sort of goes uphill a little bit to where I am now, and then after that section here it drops down and down and down, so I've got to try and make sure I keep it level and keep it looking good. So this is where I'm up to. Fairly windy up here, guys. Hopefully it's not making too much noise for you, but as you can see where I'm going, see how much I'm sort of taking off. Foggy Chiltern Hills up there. So yeah, I'm actually going to start having a bit of a clear up because I'm afraid it's going to start raining, and I'm going to have to sort of abandon everything. I don't want to leave them with all this mess. So we'll have a bit of a clean up and then see what time is. I've only got another hour here to do today, so this hedge can wait. I'm sure it won't be a problem, and I'll continue on cutting it next week. But I need to give myself a little bit of time to get some of these leaves up, and I can continue on next time. So this one's all done. Well, for now anyway. I'll continue on next week. It took me over an hour to tidy it all up, and as you can see, because this bush is dropping all the leaves already, even the bits I have tidied away, there's already some built up. So I ended up getting pretty wet. I could see it coming across the field, so I could see the blackness coming across. I thought, crikey, I better get out of here. But little job tidying up took longer than I thought. It was took me sort of well over an hour to tidy up just a little area like that. Since they've had the tennis court put in, it's become I need to clean it off every week really. Every time I come here, the tennis court needs to be tidied away, and because it's an AstroTurf one, can be quite tricky. I found using the blowers be the best thing. I suppose when they put the tennis court in, the guys there were actually using like a power broom, which you can get the attachment for the combi, but I'm not going to buy it just for one job. So I find with a blower is easier for me. Actually, I've stayed over my time today. I do 3 hours at this place, and in fact now I've been about 20 minutes over my time, so I don't mind this time of year. I'm not sort of fussed, I was sort of doing a bit of filming and that sort of thing, so it takes a bit extra time. But obviously, customers, they're not fussed, but they'd soon notice if I've done 20 minutes less. They'd soon be moaning at me. But anyway, on to something else. So I'm just getting myself set up for some pressure washing today. This is my pressure washer. It's the Karcher K4, whatever. It's always served me pretty well. What I like about it, it's got all these different attachments you can use. So the one on there at the minute, it's just a normal flat nozzle, fairly powerful. This one, probably it's a flat one. You probably want to use that for sort of washing your car, I suppose, that sort of thing. It's not quite as powerful as that one, I would say. This one is if you want to unleash the Kraken, because it comes out in like a cone shape and blasts everything to bits. And this one is obviously big circle one, and it's not quite as powerful as these other ones, but it will do it quicker, but it won't do it quite as well, I find. So anyway, got everything set up to go. Electric's ready, water's ready. Need to go and let my dog out because she's with me today. Got my plastic trousers on, got my big coat on. Whatever happens, I will be tangled with wires and hose pipes within about 5 minutes. So I will try and show you a little bit of what I get up to today. And as I say, it's fairly straightforward. Just stand around, try not to get too cold, and get the job done.
Now, I'm not sure how old this patio is, but it's been down for a fair few years, and unfortunately the pressure washer only goes so far to clean it up. There are little dots in there that will never be cleaned out of the actual stone itself. I don't ever advertise pressure washing as a job. It's just something I do offer to some regular customers that I have. These people, for instance, I know that the lady's very keen to have the patio clean at all times. It's one of the jobs she always asks me to do, is to make sure the patio's all clear of leaves and moss. So I always go around and give it a sweep or give it a blow. So I did offer this customer to be pressure washed this year. I think I did it last time probably 2 years ago. I always find with pressure washing, sometimes some of the stones you clean up really, really nice and really, really quick, and then other colours of the stone just takes so long to do. You'll be sitting there for ages thinking, crikey, I've been on this one stone for ages. On this particular job, any of the grey stones took quite a long time to clean off. If the stones were yellow, they seemed to clean off pretty good. So this is the big circle attachment I use for the Karcher, and it's really good if you want to keep the mess to a minimum. This is the one you want to buy, because instead of shooting the water all over the place, it shoots it directly down. It's got a little brush attachment on there as well, and it's fairly soft on the joints. It doesn't knock all the joints out of the slabs. It also doesn't fire the water all over the place, so when you're working up close to doors or windows or things like that, it keeps all the mess down underneath the circle, keeps it nice and tidy, and doesn't spray you or anything else in a load of muck. So this attachment does it very, very quickly, but I always find it doesn't quite do as good a job as the cone-shaped attachment. So I tend to use the cone-shaped one more. But on certain patios I do for people, their patios aren't quite as dirty and they clean up a lot easier. Sometimes this one is perfect. I'll just use it the whole time, does it nice and quick, no hassle. I always find jobs like this can be fairly therapeutic. You know, you're just working away stone by stone each time. I've probably spent sort of 5 hours here today, and by the end of it, I must be honest, my back was aching. It's just that sort of position you stand in as you're spraying off. But it's always one of those therapeutic types of jobs that when you stand back after the day's work, you can actually see that you've done something. The customer's always pretty happy because there's always a big change, and yeah, it looks pretty good. So you can see here, guys, where I've been and where I'm yet to go. I'm just trying to fire everything that I'm making, all the muck I'm making. I'm trying to fire away from the house, trying to fire it into the garden to keep the mess to a minimum.
So I'm going to be done for the day now. You can see where I've been. This is all done, this side, and got to about here. So as you can see here, next time I'm going to go this way and continue on, get it all cleaned up. I always do warn the customer that I'm going to be making a bit of mess. Obviously the windows and all the rest of it, I will try and spray them off a little bit, but I always just warn the customers if they want this sort of job doing that it's fine, but it is going to make a bit of mess on the windows and all the rest of it. I do recommend as well wearing your waterproof gear. Yeah, it gets fairly mucky. So I've got all my gear away. Sometimes these sort of jobs take longer to set up and clear away than they do to actually do the jobs. So got all my gear together, pack it all up. I reckon another 2 visits here should get most of the pressure washing done. So main area is the patio area itself, and I'd like to do the pathway that goes to the back, but I'm not going to worry too much about all the back stuff there, because I've got a feeling probably 2 or 3 weeks time spring could be upon us, and you know, just things will take over. I wouldn't mind giving this hedge another cut as well if I had chance. Remember the video I done on that one, that was last time I cut it, so that would be sort of this year, would be sort of 1.5 years. I didn't cut it last year, so I'd really like to, just this main section anyway, give that a bit of a clean up before I started mowing. Final job of the day is go around and pick up all of Juno's toys that she has out and about. She's found a tennis ball. So yeah, that's going to be it today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything for Friday. I think I may be having the day off because I've got some family things going on, so probably won't do any video for tomorrow, but I'll be back to it Monday and see how we get on. Thanks for watching. Take care. Be good.